Hello, hello, Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you from the University of Utah Hospital here in Salt Lake City. They have a special on chastity belts this week, and for $200, I'm having a chastity belt put on me. Now, I'm not afraid of being raped. Anyway, I've got a story for you. I thought I have heard everything in the Mormon church because I was an experienced member. I was a member for a half a century. No, I haven't been excommunicated. No, I didn't get my feelings hurt. No, the weenie was not out of the pants. No, no, no. I just read. I had enough intelligence after 50 years to start to look around. And when, like I said in my last video with Joseph Smith, banging 14-year-olds, he created the celestial kingdom. I didn't want to be a part of that, so I took my name as a resignation off of their cult, and since then I have been reading, of course, and studying what I learned. I had 4 years of seminary. I graduated from BYU. I taught, I didn't teach every gospel doctrine. I taught the Elders Quorum for years and years, and worked in the Los Angeles Temple for a year as a veil worker. Anyway, with that resume, let me hold on to the boys while I read this article to you about the Mormons. The boys are doing this. They're very nervous. I never heard this shit. And I looked it up on Google because I didn't want to take it just from a Mormon site or an anti-Mormon site. Let me bring it up here for you and give you a preview. Okay, this is the Mormon Curtain. It's Mormon News and Recovery, online since January 1st, 2005. Anyway, this is on Warren Snow. Now, again, I was married in the Manti Temple. I was married in the Washington, D.C. Temple. I was also married in the Salt Lake Temple. So I have a little bit of experience being married, and I know a little bit about San Pete County, where Bishop Warren Snow had 3 or 4 wives down there in the Manti area. In the early spring of 1857, Warren Snow was bishop of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints at Manti, San Pete County, Utah. Bishop Snow was in his 40s and already had several wives, but there was a good-looking, I'm paraphrasing her, girl here in town that he wanted to marry. Well, she was already engaged to this young man, and he was very devoted to her, and she was very devoted to him. Well, Bishop Snow sent over the home teachers. I never knew the home teachers could do this, but they did. They said to the young man, you need to give up your fiancée so Bishop Snow can bang her brains. He wants her body. And the young man said, no. And the young lady said, no. Well, this pissed off the bishop. Now, this down there in Manti, you have a lot of farmers and a lot of, I was going to say hooligans. You have a lot of, I can't think of the word. But anyway, you have a lot of people down there that aren't the brightest stars in the sky, the sharpest tool in the shed, if you know what I mean. So these farmers and Bishop Snow, they decided, after they sent the home teachers over, and the kids said, what was the kid's name? It's in here. You can read it for yourself, the kid's name. Anyway, you're not gonna, I'm holding the boys again. I'm holding the boys, and I think you're starting to get a picture of the early Mormon. Where am I? Am I still on? Am I off? Am I? Oh, there I am over there. Okay. So what they did is they had a mandatory meeting. Now, Mormons do this all the time. They'll have a meeting, and they'll order the priesthood to show up. So this young man, by order of the bishop, showed up. Now, here's a meeting. Oh, the boys are nervous. I never knew I would get ordered to a meeting, And what they did is they asked him one more time, will you give up your fiancée? He said, no. And then the bishop said, then you're giving up your balls. Oh, good Lord. I would have left the meeting. I would have said, no, the boys and me are leaving. Well, he didn't get out. They grabbed him. Well, and they turned out the lights. Now, Bishop Snow took this man's testicles and cut them off with a Bowie knife. Now, I don't know how surgical this could have been, but they left him for dead. And one of the accounts, where did they nailed his balls up? I forget where. I don't know if it was the church podium. I forget. You'll have to look there. I don't know if it's in this report. I read several reports, but one of the reports, as a warning to the rest of the young men, that if the old boy wants your girl, don't put your balls up there with his. Oh, my boys they're aching. They're aching. I'm so glad I got out of that church. I am so glad, and so were they. But anyway, Bishop Snow decided to cut his nuts off and nail him to the barn wall or somewhere publicly to let everybody know you don't disobey the Mormon council, they called it. Council. It's not council. It's a death threat. So anyway, the kid lived. He almost bled to death, and they said that he was a lunatic ever since. Well, I'm starting to be a lunatic, and it hasn't even happened to me. So anyway. So this was down in Manti. In those days, I don't even think they had telegraph. But anyway, Brigham Young found out about it, and Brigham Young gave a some reports say a letter, and it must have been a letter. Well, it could have been Pony Express by voice. But anyway, he wrote down or communicated in some way to Bishop Snow, this is probably not a good idea. I go, Brigham Young, there he is. He says, however, I'm going to let you continue to be the bishop down there. Don't nail any more balls up. And I'm not totally approving of this, but I'm not disapproving of it either. So there you are. The prophet, Jesus told him, balls are not that important. Well, they are to me. To this kid, I don't know. He was 24 years old, and if I lost my balls at 24, I'm not sure where my life would have gone. But anyway, if you're still a member of the Mormon Church and you're male, and your home teachers come over and say, the prophets want your wife or your balls. Which one are you giving up today?